I feel like men are becoming more useless to women because
Would you date a guy that makes $75K a year? That's so cute. No.
Because based on the economy and how these men are acting these days, you may need to go ahead and tap back into the ways of the old head.
I don't think you understand.
I'm gonna make it.
If
I'm
all
okay
men
with that.
were to disappear, the immediate catastrophe that would be.
For who?
Immediate catastrophe.
Getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your eyelashes done. I want to talk about the shower expenses that girls face.
Why are more men saying that staying single offers a better life than chasing modern relationships? And why are some people becoming increasingly concerned about that shift? As dating habits continue to change and more adults remain single than in previous generations, debates about relationships, financial independence, and personal fulfillment have become more common. Some argue that men are simply adapting to a new reality, while others believe the incentives of modern dating have fundamentally changed. So, what's really driving this trend? Today's video explores one perspective behind that debate. And whether you agree or disagree, it's a conversation that's becoming harder to ignore.
Expensive it is to be a woman in today's day and age. I'll start with my tier 1 of products that I use every single morning, but this totals to about $650 in product. Next is my nighttime routine. These products total about $610. So products alone, I'm gonna say are around $200 to $300. And then there's the actual tools. This blow dryer alone costs $300. Let me just point out that I did get that on sale, but still. So if we're talking the total of the tools, that's probably another $500 to $600 right there. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that lots of these are one-time purchases. And most of the products last between 3 to 4 months, but these are still things that we have to pay for that you don't. It's hard for me to total all that up, but ballpark, and this is me being on the conservative end of things, I'd say it's about $1,000 worth of product. There's a lot of pressure to be hairless, tan, poreless, beautiful people. And you know who put those beauty standards in place? Men. You know who owns lots of those beauty companies and fashion companies and famous lingerie brands? Men. So if you're gonna tell me what I should wear and how I should look, the least you can do is buy me a drink.
I don't think you understand.
I'm gonna make it.
If
I'm
all
okay
men
with that.
were to disappear, the immediate catastrophe that would be.
For who?
Immediate catastrophe. I don't think.
How?
Okay, so water, sewage, electricity, gas, fuel, refinement, telecommunications, IT infrastructure, road maintenance, delivery drivers, police, fire rescue.
How about other things like fracking, electrical maintenance, nuclear engineering, like the list goes on and on and on.
Critical infrastructure, if all men disappeared, would fail within hours. The telecom network, loss of power would be, because there's nobody maintaining it.
I guess I just don't care about technology enough to care if the power goes out.
What about your OnlyFans, of any population?
That's true.
The entire subscription economy propping up female creator income runs on male wallets. Remove men from the equation, and the revenue model collapses before the second month. The irony of funding the people who despise you hasn't registered yet, and probably won't.
In college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I know. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done and I'm...
Would you date a guy that makes $75K a year? That's so cute. No.
This lady's the female version of Shrek. She's entitled and delusional.
With inflation in this economy, I absolutely could not. I don't think that he could afford our groceries. And I'm buying organic.
What's she talking about, organic? She's not organic. We got some fillers, Botox happening in there.
And obviously I'm buying all like grass-fed, grass-finished beef, and seed oils. No, we couldn't afford that at Whole Foods. No Whole Foods for this guy. No Whole Foods. We're back at like Publix, like the sale section. Walmart groceries. Yeah.
Look how the other girl is laughing and joining in on the fun. It's like these girls love making fun of men and they get enjoyment out of it. Or shall I say they like making fun of broke men. Bro, she's a full-grown woman, 45, and is still delusional. What the hell is this? $75K a year is a blessed salary. This is what I mean when I say women don't live in reality. So have all these expectations out of thin air, and then when at a certain age reality hits them, it's obviously not hit that woman right there, then they'll call it lowering their standards or settling. They don't lower anything. They just start seeing the world for what it is. The average man has not struggled as much as he does now in the dating pool because all these women want the millionaire. Like and follow for more. I'll teach you about women's psychology and it'll save you lots of money, time, and energy. Get done though.
$75,000, single, comfortable, and completely unbothered. Meanwhile, 90% of women are competing in a tournament for 10% of men and losing badly. The math on opting out keeps getting better every year.
So it's been a minute since I've had an actual fucking crash out, and I've never had one on here, so let's fucking go. Because what in the actual dude? How do they expect people to make it anymore? Like how? How do they expect people to make it? I wake up every morning, go to a job that's an hour away, work 8 hours, 5 days a week. I work 40 hours a week. I'm a single mom, so I come home and I have to do laundry and dishes and make supper and do homework and showers, and I can't even afford to pay my bills anymore, you guys. I can't. Like, I don't know what else to do anymore. Like, it's to the point I'm getting ready to take my ex-husband to court for child support. Struggling so bad that I can't even pay my bills. And I work my off every day. And I just don't know how they expect people to make it.
If you're a man that accepts the help from your wife or girlfriend to pay the bills for your household because you have a plan in place to eventually become the sole provider for your family, then this message is not for you. But if you're a man who accepts the help from your wife or girlfriend, or you're a man who is seeking a relationship or marriage so that you can have help to pay the bills, don't you feel like a damsel in distress? Don't you feel like you need a knight in shining armor to come save you? You don't think that's feminine of you at all? I mean, where is your masculine ego that says, despite this economy, I'm going to be ambitious and I'm going to roll up my sleeves and stand on all 10 toes and figure out a way to beat this economy so that I can be the sole provider of my family, so that I can feel like a man? You guys got your wives and girlfriends out here working full time and paying half the bills, coming home to do everything else, and then you wonder why she argues with you like you're a chick on the street, or why she doesn't respect anything you say, or when you try to put your foot down, she laughs in your face. You have her operating in her masculinity, so now she feels masculine enough to challenge you, and you don't like it, and that's why you go out and you go cheat on her with other women, so that you can feel like a man. But those women don't know that you're making your wife or your girlfriend function in her masculine by depending on her for survival. What happened to the real men who don't depend on anyone for their survival? They depend on themselves. For me, I'd rather be alone and pay all my bills than to have another body that is a man by my side, not functioning in his full-on masculinity. That's just how I feel about it. Take it how you want it.
50-50 was the demand. 50-50 is now the delivery. Complaining about receiving exactly what was campaigned for requires a level of self-awareness that appears to be permanently unavailable.
Okay, young ladies, I didn't want to have to give you all this information, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit it out there. Because based on the economy and how these men are acting these days, you may need to go ahead and tap back into the ways of the old head. Okay? All right? Depending on what type of environment you're in, because there are some men out there that got some money and want to share it with you. You know what I'm saying? There are also some women out there who is doing so well, they don't need a motherfucker to do a goddamn thing for them. So they don't need this information. This ain't for them. This is for you. If you out there and you having a hard time and these niggas are still asking you for some of that ass, okay, I want you to consider tapping back into the ways of the old head, okay? What the ways of the old head were, it was where you gonna find you a man that's gonna get your hair done, okay? Then you gonna turn around and you gonna find you another one that's gonna get your nails done, okay? I hope you ain't got to split your nails and your toes up into two men. But if you do, so be it. Split the motherfucker up, get you two. But I hope you can just find one for that. Now you find you one that's gonna take you out to eat. You gotta like to be seen with this here motherfucker because you're going out with him. You're gonna find you one that's gonna get you fast food, okay? He gonna drop the food off. He can't stay. You're gonna find you one that's gonna pay your light bill. Find you one that's gonna pay your gas bill. Find you one that's gonna come over and fix some things. You're gonna find you one that you actually like, that you're gonna give a little bit of that ass to, cause ain't none of them other motherfuckers getting none of that ass. Cause they shouldn't have been acting the way they was acting.
The pool of men this advice applies to keep shrinking as more of them quietly exit the market. The question of how many are left is answered daily by attendance numbers at singles events and declining marriage rates. The data isn't hidden.
So this is not to be pessimistic, I'm just a realist. But do not feel bad for doing what you have to do in this economy. I've been seeing people post about how they had to give up their new car or how they had to go back to a 9-to-5 after doing entrepreneurship, move back in with their parents. And I know that it sucks. I just wanted to stress to you that it's not your fault. It's really the economy. As a millennial who lived through pre-pandemic and then now, it was totally different. Yes, I was able to pay off my car, but my car note was $300 a month. It was only $16,000 for a brand new car at that time. You can't find a brand new car for that price anywhere. Another thing too, when I was paying rent, it was $800 back in 2017, 2018. And that was for a 3-bedroom. That same apartment right now is $1,400 a month for a 1-bedroom. House prices, I could literally write an essay. I could write a book. The interest rates, of course, were way lower, but the house prices were not crazy. I bought my house for $165,000. The houses in my neighborhood right now are going for almost $300K, which is crazy. I say all that to say you can't take accountability for things that are just simply not your fault. Jobs are not paying that much. The economy is going up. Eggs are $31. So when it comes to doing what you have to do to survive in this economy, do not feel bad. It's just a sacrifice.
Selling dignity for lifestyle upgrades and then demanding the world in return isn't feminism. It's the oldest transactional arrangement rebranded with modern vocabulary. The contradiction between rejecting the patriarchy and demanding its financial benefits simultaneously is the defining logical failure of this entire conversation.
I believe that men have it the hardest when it comes to just life in general because it's like,
okay,
nobody's going to save you. Unless you got rich parents that give you money or whatever, nobody's going to save you. So I was like, us women, if not saying that's who I am, but if one day I don't want to work, I'm sure I can find a dude that's going to take care of me.
Absolutely.
Just for that, I'm like, yo, I'm kind of lucky to be a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we don't go through our share of issues as far as like safety and, stuff like that. But I believe it's harder to be a man at all times.
I've seen so many posts of people asking how are single income individuals surviving this economy, and let me just tell you what I do. I live in the hood, no luxury apartment for me. The bullets never bothered me anyway. If you go ahead and mind your business, you'll be okay. I made sure that my unit has heat included because if you live in a cold state, you know that heat bill can be insane every winter season. I'm only responsible for my cooking gas, my light bill, and my rent. If your light bill is insanely too high, you can go on this plan with ComEd if that's who you use. But I would suggest calling your electricity company and saying if you go on this plan where they have you pay a set amount. Now, if you go over that set amount that you are paying monthly, once you cancel that plan, you will be responsible for that. But if you need like a budget-friendly amount that you can pay monthly right now, that's a good option for you. I freeload off my sister's Costco card. If you know anybody with a Costco card, just go to Costco with them. I get these same specific things. I get a big bag of frozen vegetables. I get a big bag of breakfast sausages. It's like the chicken kind. And I get a carton of eggs. And those 3 things will last me for like the whole month. Breakfast, I eat the same thing. I either eat toast with it or I eat like some oatmeal with it and the breakfast sausage and some boiled eggs. I get a rotisserie chicken every week. And that one rotisserie chicken, you can make multiple meals out of it. I either eat it with the frozen vegetables or I make some gravy and I eat it over white rice or I make some chicken fried rice. You can also make like a panini sandwich with it as well. So every week on groceries, I'm literally probably spending like $20, honestly, with the rotisserie chicken. And if I need to replace like the rice or if I want to get like some beans or something, or if I want to get like a salad to go with it, maybe $30 max. If your Wi-Fi bill is too expensive, cancel it and call the next day and they will give you the new price, customer pricing. Do not call and say, can I get this reduced or anything like that. They're never going to give you a good deal. They're always going to try to upsell you and tell you that there is nothing that they can do. Just cancel it, call the next day, get the new customer pricing. My car insurance, I pay it every 6 months instead of monthly because if you pay it monthly, you're going to get that service fee, so you're going to end up paying more. Car is thankfully paid off, and if I don't have to drive to the location, I will just walk or take public transportation. I have a 7-year-old car, and I only have 45,000 miles on it. I also get my gas from Costco as well. If your rent is going up to an insane, unmanageable amount after your year lease expires, go ahead and move. There are so many apartment complexes that are offering discount move-in fees and things of that nature. Just move. People are going to be like, well, it costs money to move. That one-time fee to move compared to your monthly payments, it's going to end up being cheaper. Without the budgeting, I am able to splurge if I want to go out to eat, if I want to go and do something, or if I want to buy something for myself. I put it directly on my credit card because it gives me an extra month to pay that off. So every 2 weeks when you get paid, just use a portion of your check to pay that off. I will also, if you are employed, check with your company to see if they have some type of incentive they give you every year. My job does. I'm so thankful for that because I use that incentive yearly to go ahead and do like oil changes if I need to on my vehicle, get my brakes changed. If I need to get like a new tire or a new set of tires and things of that nature, I use that. Any services that you need to get done, don't call one place and just stick with that price. Call multiple places and find the cheapest option. Life is not amazing, but it's okay, and I'm comfortable with the way that I am living so I can survive this economy.
Men carry constant mental load, financial, protective, strategic, and do it silently while being told they don't contribute emotionally. Add the discovery that the intimacy was a performance designed to extract nail money, and the entire foundation of trust collapses permanently. The men who rebuilt their lives after that lesson aren't bitter. They're educated.
2 times when you don't want to be living alone. 2 times you don't want to be living alone is when rent is due. That every single month I go through that. I should get a boyfriend. When I can split rent. The second time is when you're sick. I would die right now for someone to bring me chicken noodle soup and a Gatorade. Like, I just have to go get up and do those things for myself, which I just want a little empathy.
I feel like men are becoming more useless to women because men can't even provide in this economy anymore. Like, if you can't provide, what can you do?
This is man-hating at its finest.
Women don't need men anymore. And not like, well, we don't need men in the world. Like, no, women can survive on their own without men. Like, they don't need their dad. They don't need their husband. They don't need a male in their life to sign things, to get them money, to get them banks, to give them access to properties and housing. They can do that on their own now. And this is exactly why we have a society that we do. It's not that we don't want to date men. It's that the men and the options we're realizing aren't that great.
I love when she says that women no longer need men for like to sign to own a home, to sign paperwork, to get properties. Honey, who built the properties? Who built the houses? Women no longer need men to do. I love that. I love that because they don't take a second to think about the entire infrastructure in which they live and the entire protection that they have, all the way up to military protection. It's all male-led.
Independence was the stated goal, and the correct response is to honor it completely, including during the inconvenient moments when help would be useful. The women who spent years declaring they needed nothing from men don't get to reactivate that support network on demand. You wanted self-sufficiency. Here it is. We believe in you. So, why are more men embracing singlehood instead of pursuing relationships? If this collection of clips points to one conclusion, it's this. Many men believe that the financial freedom, peace of mind, and independence that come with staying single now outweigh the rewards of modern dating. That doesn't mean every relationship is one-sided, nor does it mean every man or every woman shares these experiences. But if more people are reaching the same conclusion through their own experiences, then it's no longer just an online discussion. It's part of a broader cultural shift. The real question isn't whether more men are choosing to stay single. It's whether modern dating can offer enough mutual value to make them want to participate again. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.